You are now tuning in to Two Studs in a Pod, a podcast giving you a candid glimpse into the world of super terrific Uber dykes, but you can call us studs. I'm Blaze.
I'm Meech.
Our first time strapping up is what we're getting into this week, so let's get into it. Homie, drop the beat. This is Two Studs in a Pod, and we're just a couple of studs keeping it real, raw, and off the cuff, and we'd like to welcome you to the show. Some may say that studs and their straps are like best friends, so this week we're tripping down memory lane to when our pussy slaying began. Before we slide on in, Mitch, what it do?
Hey. This week is cool. I started my new job. I'm excited about it. I like the spot I'm at. My boss is cool as shit. I got a minority boss, which is always cool.
Yeah, that's a plus.
Yeah. So he may be family also. I'm not quite sure yet, which is also another plus. So that's pretty much it for the workplace. Other than that, I've been catching up on some shows, doing some reading, trying to organize my life. Work on this website, drop shipping website I had started a while ago, trying to get to this money.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
Yeah, rebuilding that. Picking my products and all that good stuff. So I'm all about the dollars and making them grow. So that's pretty much what I've been up to. But what you been up to?
Working on a few things. Still getting organized and stuff in my office and getting my reselling started back up. I haven't gone out on a trip yet, but I was supposed to do some things this weekend. It just didn't work out that way. But still working on that. I got my little MTS syndrome going on with multiple tank syndrome. So I'm working on some things. I got a few tanks going on in my office, waiting on wifey to let me set up the one in her office. So she's still trying to pick her decoration. I'm like, yo, it's been weeks. I already got like four ideas. I already got like 4 ideas put together. I got water in 2, you know what I'm saying? Like,
damn.
And one of them is going to take longer than the other because I'm trying to do it as much of DIY as I can.
Oh, okay.
Some things I'm just going to leave to the professional and purchase. But what I can DIY, I like finding out new things that I never knew before that I could use in tanks and things like that. And it's just a whole different way to look at it after watching countless hours of YouTube. So, yeah, that's been about it. That's what's keeping me occupied right now. So, just it's fishy up in here and trying to keep all these women in this house happy. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Everything in here is female. So
damn.
Yes.
Damn, that's a lot.
I know. Okay. So daddy gotta do what daddy gotta do sometimes. Say what? Well now, that sound means it's time for a new segment. With so much craziness in the news these days, it's hard to be surprised. So when we are, it's something we must share. These are the stories that made us say what? So this story, I heard, and it's just kept my attention ever since. It's kind of outlandish and crazy, but the headline reads: San Francisco police interrupt sex party involving midgets, emus, and a fountain of sperm. 71 people were arrested.
What?
Yes, okay. So they caught people having sex with emus. I'm like, how?
Oh my God.
Where the fuck did you even get this emu? You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
Oh my God.
And boars. I'm like, boars?
What?
Yes.
Oh my God.
And there was a sperm fountain. How the fuck?
That's so disgusting.
That's so
First of
gross.
all. Second of all, ill.
Like that
In
headline.
San Francisco?
Yeah, in San Francisco.
What?
Like that headline is so crazy that you have to think like this can't be real.
Yeah, no. Is that fake news?
Right. Like this has to be like someone from the Onion or something. Like this can't this can't be real. And yet and still it was real. That's
What
crazy.
is wrong with people?
I don't know. I don't know. It's it's that's probably that's the top on the list of the craziest things I've heard. Another headline was locally,
Hmm.
um, a gentleman drunken stole a bulldozer and ran through the yards of residents who had Biden Harris signs
Oh my
in,
god.
in their front yard. Dig it
Florida
up.
man.
Yo, for real. I was like, I can't. I cannot. You know, like,
Like, how dare you, bro?
right. That's why I was like, it's, I don't think people don't put, Biden Harris signs. You definitely see more Trump signs around where I
Right.
live, right? But I think that's only because people don't put the Biden Harris signs because the Trump people
Trump people are
are going to
crazy.
do that. Exactly.
Bat shit crazy.
I'm like, I don't think about running through your yard with a bulldozer. I want to write Black Lives Matter in front of your house with some
Right.
chalk on the street.
Right. Like, first of all, who has a bulldozer laying around?
No, he stole
And the time.
Yes, well.
Oh, he stole it.
Yes. And he was drunk. I'm like, I can't. I'm glad nobody was hurt because the good thing is that the household that had the issue with the guy running through the yard, they came out and put like 20 more Biden Harris signs up.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I love that.
I know. And now let's get into what we got cooking this week in stewed peas. Now, if you're listening to this show, then you already know that studs are the strap slinging queer women of color, making ladies' dreams come true. Even though this is true, none of us started slinging right out the gate. As the saying goes, there's a first time for everything, including buying and using a strap. And this week, we're getting into just that. So, Meech, before we get to the strap, do you remember your first time in a sex shop?
I do. It was memorable. So
it sounds like it.
Yeah, I went with my best friend who was a dude, and I believe he had a thing for me, but I never saw him like that. But my girl at the time used to swear up and down like he was in love with me and we had something going on, and I'm just like, ill.
Yeah.
That's my homeboy. So I was young, and the girl I was dating at the time was older than me. And I don't remember how the three of us ended up going to the sex shop, but it was the three of us. And he's so damn immature. Like, he was playing with all the toys and like just like using the straps and smacking us with them and shit like that. Just doing dumb, immature guy shit in the store. And like, I remember the lady it was a dude who came over to us and he was asking us questions, and he's like, can we help you or whatever? So he was like, yeah, these girls over here want to buy a strap or something. Like, he was just taking the lead. I guess he wanted to kind of feel like he was going to be involved. Oh, yeah. Or, he was in the situation, but we were just like, yeah, whatever. So then the dude, he starts explaining like the different textures and the different sizes and the types of straps and that you can use and all that stuff. So it was hilarious. It was fun. And then I think he sold us on like a vibrator also, from what I remember. And then like I remember coming home with like this bag, like a brown paper bag, and I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna walk in the house with this brown paper bag? Like, at that time, like I didn't have a book bag or anything with me. Oh, like, how am I gonna sneak this shit into the house? I was still living with my parents. You know what I mean? I don't think I was expecting to go to the sex shop that day. We must have just passed it or something because we all worked together. So yeah, that was the interesting part. I don't remember how I snuck it in the house or whatever, but I'm sure I found a book bag to put it in. But that was hilarious. That was good times. That was the first time I went with people. Then the second time was when I went by myself. I think I felt a little more experienced. And I just got whatever. Like I wasn't really concerned about if the girl had a preference for size or whatever. I was like, fuck that. You're gonna get what you get. You're gonna take this you're gonna take this strap. You don't get to pick what you get when you messing with a dude or whatever. So
For real.
yeah.
I mean, unless they were like, nah, I can't mess with that.
Right. Yeah, no, I wasn't obnoxious. Obnoxious in either way, I guess. What about you? You remember your first time in the shop?
Yeah. I mean, it was this one that I had passed by like all the time growing up. Growing up, I just was curious, and I was in the area and had nothing. I think I was probably waiting on a bus or something like that, and it was right there. And I probably was not even old enough to really be in there, but I always look older than I was, so I could sneak into places. And I remember walking in and seeing all the weird toys and like the fake pussies and the fake booty holes and stuff, and I was like, "What is going on right now? This is interesting." And then all the videos, and I was just looking at all the videos and the different kinds, and I was, people are weird. But the most memorable time of that situation for me was, the little room in the back. They showed videos.
Oh yeah.
They showed like movies in the booth, and so I was like, "What goes on back here?" That was my biggest mistake, probably ever. I walked in there, and the sound of these dudes beating it off in the thing, and I was like, "Oh, sweet Jesus, what is going on?"
No, I just never had any interest in going back. I just was kind of grossed out by it. In those rooms, like I never walked to them.
Well, yeah. Once I walked back there and I heard that, like I didn't think that they would be doing that back there. I'm telling you, I was young. You know what I'm saying? Like I was probably like 16, 17. You know what I'm saying? Like young for now. If you think about it, very young. So Nikki just walked in. She's back. So yeah, I was young. You know what I'm saying? And so that was an interesting sound, because you got to remember, like, I'd never been with a dude. You know what I'm saying? So that noise was like, it took me a second to even realize what was going on. And I was like,
God.
Oh, this is not the place for me. This is have like a slot for like dollars and coins and shit. I'm like, why? What's happened back here? I got to get out of here.
Yeah. The germaphobe, the Sheldon in me, the germaphobe me was like, ew.
Yes. So that first time you went in there, that was the first time that you bought a strap too at the same time?
Yeah. That was actually the first time. And so that shop, the first one that I went into, I don't recall them having like I remember seeing more lingerie videos and toys. I don't know if they had a room in that one. But then the next one I actually went to, my girl at the time, her mother's boyfriend opened the sex shop, and he had like a grand opening and wanted us to come to it.
Oh no.
And it was just so weird because he's like trying to tell us about the toys, and it was just like, bro, like, I know you're trying to make money and we're trying to help support you, but this is weird. This is fucking weird. Like, I don't need you to give me any demonstrations or explain anything to me. But the good thing was, like, he was gonna give us a discount, so I was like, shit, do I buy something? Yeah. So then I let him go tend to other people who were there, and I think we ended up buying something else in that store.
Hey, but that's still a little awkward, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nothing too crazy. I don't think we bought anything too crazy, but who knows? But then, the next time I think I went to another one. Damn, now that I think about it, I've been to a couple. I went again out here in New York, because 8th Avenue used to be full of like the sex shops and the porn stores and the peep shows and all that stuff. So I would walk past them every day when I was going to work or when I was going to school, and I probably just dipped in one of them at some point. A couple of them, maybe. Who knows? That's where all like the streetwalkers or the what do they call them? The escorts, the prostitutes, whatever you want to call them. They used to hang out on 8th Avenue, and then they ended up cleaning it up. So then the stores were kind of harder to find. You had to go searching for them. But then at that point, I was in Miami.
Oh, in Miami, they everywhere. Shit.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I'm like, well, hard to find. I'm like, the one that I went into as a kid is still there now in the same spot.
And they're like warehouse sizes out there.
Yes. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like I went to a warehouse size one. I've been to a couple. I used to live around the corner from one. I actually met this chick, this stud, or I don't know what she considered herself, but to me she was a stud. That worked at one. And the one that I went to, so that became a little awkward. But not for any other reason than I started avoiding her because she scared me. So I was like, yeah, this is not a friendship that's going to bud into a beautiful relationship. So we are not gonna hang out. But yeah, my first time buying a strap, I want to say I was with a chick. I don't think I just went and bought one on my own, like randomly, like because I had been doing my thing without one for a while. Like that wasn't my first tool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and then once the suggestion happened or the desire, I forget how it went, but then we went to the store together and ended up picking it out. And then that's usually how it's been. I think always is like, whoever I'm like fucking with consistently like that. And we end up wanting choosing our new little friend together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I do remember that first time I used that, and she was like, "Damn, that was good." I was like, "Yeah, boy, I knocked the dust off that pussy."
Oh man, good times.
Yo, for real. I was like, "Why did I say that?" But it was so fucking funny.
Oh, you said that for real?
Yes, I said that for real.
Oh shit, son.
Yeah.
I thought you was just talking shit, bro.
No, I said that. That's exactly what I said. I was like, yeah, I knocked the dust off that pussy.
He was watching Friday, that's why.
Oh, must have. But, hell yeah. Yes. I fought with this chick. She was like, why don't you wear that shit all the time? Or like, just wear it. I'm like, why? I mean, I don't know. We did just fuck everywhere. Like, it was...
Yeah.
It didn't really matter. So I guess I can see what her point was. But I just don't want to wear that shit all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yes. You remember obviously, if you bought it that first time with that chick, you used it that first time with that chick. But like, was it awkward? Like, all the... I don't know. I don't think they had the draws kind back then, right? We're old.
No. Yeah, we old. Nah, all the straps, putting, like, it was awkward.
Yes.
Trying to put it on,
it's
trying
like,
to tuck the straps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I step in the wrong hole? Why does this feel like this? And it was definitely awkward.
Yes.
But I got the hang of it eventually.
Practice makes perfect.
Facts.
Yes. Yeah, it's definitely awkward that very first time. Like, anybody who tells you it's not, they gotta be lying. Like, there's nobody out here like just throwing that thing on the first time. Now, after a couple of times, you know what I'm saying? Practice, now you slinging that shit. Just slinging
right.
But, yeah, definitely that first time. And all them straps and sliding this and that. And where does this thing go? And how am I going to get mine off of this shit? You know what I'm saying? And,
right. Now they're all, creative. And they come with all the, like, I like the shorts ones. And they come with all these extra pockets. And
yeah, they got the kind that, like, fucking gets erect. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you can just wear it and it gets erect. I'm like, what in the technological hell? Like, what if that thing, like, what if you hitting that shit just right and then that shit malfunctions or some shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna have erectile dysfunction and your shit is
with a fake?
Fake, fucking fake, yes. Hell no, man. But I mean, cheers to the new breed who trying on
Facts.
these new things.
Facts.
I'll go with my tried and true situation. It
Yeah.
hasn't let me down yet.
I'm always down for trying new things. So I'd be like, all right, let's try this one and see how this
Bro, you
works.
got well, that type of deal. Yeah, I mean, because there's kind of like that vibrate and this and that and
Yeah.
um I guess, and then there's like lube that's like flavored, which is always an
Uh-huh.
interesting topic because people are like, why would you suck a dick? That's not real. Nobody's feeling anything. But speaking from experience, the mental connection of that situation and just
Mm.
the look of it, and blame it on hip hop videos, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it's just like, damn. I mean, I've only had one person to even want to do that, but
Damn.
still, it was.
I don't think I've ever had any. Most of the girls, I don't want to say most because I can't remember them all, but most of them are like, I don't even like doing that in real life. So why would I do that? And I'm like, all right, I'm not forcing you. It's just asking.
No means no. No means no.
For real. Like, okay, I heard the first time.
Oh, really?
So I have yet to experience that. And I
It's
probably won't.
nice. Yeah, it's an interesting experience. Now, have you ever broken one whilst getting it in?
um, I think the very first one that I bought, we broke. I remember. I don't remember how it broke, but I do remember that it broke and it sucked. And then, oh my god! So I had to, I had to improvise, right? So it broke off at like the balls part.
Yes,
So I had to
yes.
put my hand in it and use it that way
Oh my god.
in the little hole.
Creative
I had
though.
to get creative,
You
bro.
get points for that. You get points for that. You get points for that.
Thank you.
Yes, I remember. I this one particular time I remember it broke. It was like it broke right at like where the dick and the balls connect. So
Mm.
it was done for. Like it was done for. And and how we realized it, like we like going, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, why is this shit so like look? So
Where'd it
she looks at
go?
me and she's like, yo, where is the sex shop? And we literally got dressed and went to the sex shop and bought another one. Came back home.
Damn.
Like it was serious. But I mean, she was a freak. So who's who's to say what would have happened if it hadn't been broken? But in that way, because maybe we could have kept on going. Maybe I would have been.
Right.
I should have been more inventive like you. And but yeah, that was a time. I'm like, what? This shit broke. This is crazy. And I think that was like her mo. Like for some reason, like shit just broke. That was expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one I had broke too. It had the vibrating function and the vibrator part broke off.
Oh damn.
Yeah. And I think I got creative with that one too because I had another one that was smaller. So I used it like a sleeve
Oh
or
my god.
extender, an
What?
extension. Bruh, in the moment, you gotta
I'm
like,
like, well, what is it with you? Like sticking your like we going like you giving birth to cows and shit.
no.
What the
Oh
fuck,
god. I hate to kill the moment. So
man?
I went to my bag of tricks and I was like, how can we rectify this?
Not your bag of tricks, dog. Goddamn. Yeah. No, my trick
Yeah.
was throw on some clothes, grab the keys. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I probably could have done that too.
I mean, the spot was right around the corner. If it was like further than 10 minutes away, then we would have had a different situation probably. But luckily, it was only 10 minutes away. That was a conveniently located space. Alrighty. Well, I think we got that all strapped up and wrapped. So we'll wrap it up here. And now let's get into Wow Peas, or the part of the show where we share and answer some of the most wild questions we've seen on the internet. This week's question is, Studs, do you shave your cooch like you want us to?
I don't know how. I do shave because I'm like, how I want you to, like, I don't.
I mean, as long as it doesn't, I don't want to be like messing with a little kid. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want that craziness, or I also don't want like a 70s.
Right. Like, I'm not with the Afro
bush
either. Right. Exactly.
Right.
I won't be picking shit out of
but I do shave. That's maintenance.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I was gonna say, maintain, like, shit.
Yeah.
You know, usually it used to be pre-COVID every time I got a haircut, but you know, I'm cutting my hair. It's like everything's getting cut. But you know, I try not, especially living in Florida. Like, Jesus Christ.
You know, it's too hot out there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely hot out here. You need as much air contact as you can get.
Right.
So, but I mean, I don't know how I want you to. I mean, I just want you to be well kept. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You can't be wild and I'm picking out fucking fuzz and shit. You know,
shit getting stuck in it.
Right.
No, thank you.
I'm there like.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, a little slip, but a little friction is good too. I don't want to be sliding around too much. Like, I'm fucking on a ride at the rapids.
Slip and slide.
Yeah. I was trying to think of like a water park that everybody would know, not just South Floridians.
Right.
But I mean, all I know is the rapids. So yeah, like, I mean, I'm trying to make it be the rapids, but I don't need to be slipping and sliding around like that. Give me a little friction. And on that note, we're going to end the show here. Don't forget to follow Two Studs in a Pod on Instagram and Twitter. Catch a glimpse behind the scenes. Go follow Meech on IG at the Homie Meech, and on Twitter at Homie Meech, and myself at its.me.blaze, and on IG at itsmeblaze2 on Twitter. If email is more your thing, shoot us an email at twostudsinapod@gmail.com. That's TWO studsinapod@gmail.com. Two Studs in a Pod is available on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Spotify, Stitcher, Overcast, Breaker, Radio Public, Podcasts, and TuneIn. Gratitude is always the attitude, so we want to say thank you for lending us your ear.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Oh!
I think I said it right.
What language is that?
The German.
Auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. You know what I mean by motherfuckers.